This
Yeah.
is Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. I've got to say, Claressa, before we jump into this, I know you just got in yesterday and I know what it's like traveling from the States to the UK. So thank you for making the time for us here today. We'll sort of make it short and sweet, snap them at you. First things first, back in the UK ahead of a massive fight week. Wasn't to be last time, but how are you feeling ahead of this week? Finally, we will get this mega fight over the line.
I feel way better than I felt last time. Like last time I was gonna go out there and I was gonna do it, but I feel like now I'm about to do it 2 times. It's like this is round 11 for me. I feel like I've already beat Savannah Marshall in a fight. So now being able to come back here, I feel like this is really Claressa Shields versus Savannah Marshall too. I feel like. And I'm just excited to be back, and the reset was definitely needed. And 16 weeks of camp. Feels good, look good, and I'm ready just to go out there and show why I'm the best.
How did you deal with the rescheduled date? Because afterwards there was a lot of commotion about whether it should have happened or not, and we won't go into that because it's happened now and what's done is done. But a lot of people's immediate attention was to yourself, and I think a couple of the girls on the undercard and Savannah. Obviously you've got making weight and you have camps, and you talk about the 16 weeks for yourself. Then to be given the reschedule like you have, I imagine obviously sometimes that can be difficult in itself. How did you go about that? I imagine maybe a few days off, not eating too much, but enjoying a little bit more and then back into it?
Oh no, I definitely up in 4 days, nobody told me what to do. So I got in the hot tub, I got my feet done, I got in the pool, I went and ate Nando's, and Nando's here is so good, okay?
Isn't it? Thank you.
Nando's is fire, okay? And so I ate whatever I wanted to eat for the past, when it was 4 or 5 days, and then I flew back home and got right back in the gym. So it was my downtime when I was here, just to relax and let my hair down. And then finally it was like, okay, we got to reset, get back in the camp. But really it wasn't like a reset, because it was like when you first start camp, you have all these goals you want to hit. And I hit all those goals. So now it's like, let's make those goals even more challenging. So I went from running an 8:15 mile to a 7-minute mile. I went from sparring. I sparred maybe 24 rounds throughout the past 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like I was putting in the rounds. I was able to go to the track and get my sprints in, work on some technical stuff in the gym as far as I want to work on the add to the fight. So we just kept building. We act like we are, well, to me, mentally, it was like we already had this fight. We won it with what we had, but how can we make the fight be easier in the future? So that's just kind of what we did. We just was like, all right, let's add this, let's add that. And that's exactly what we've done.
Someone I get on with and I've spoken to over the years, and he's always spoke about yourself, is Jamel Herring. And he's always told me that this fight with Savannah is the pinnacle, is the peak for you. And he's also spoke about how sort of empowering it is for young girls who will be watching on Saturday night and watching your career progress. How proud are you on a personal level? There'll be kids watching on Saturday night that go, look, Mum, I want to do what these girls are doing.
I'm super excited about that, but I'm also excited about that now women's boxing has grown so much that there are little boys who tell their dads that, I want to fight like Claressa Shields, and some of their dads be like, son, but it's just one of those things to where women's boxing is growing so big now. And I've always been a role model to little girls and to little boys, and I just want to continue to do that and build the sport and just build equality all around the board, so it's great to be able to do this and be able to be such a role model for the young girls coming up, because boxing is a sport. It's not something that you play with. It's a sport, just like the guys, and I think that when people understand that it's boxing and it's not about women's boxing and men's boxing, I think that the world will be a better place.
You said that you almost feel like you've won the first exchange with the fight week. Obviously, it fell through, but we go around this fight. You said you had a couple of days where you did what you want. You enjoyed a Nando's. You were able to sort of have the beauty treatments, enjoy yourself, but then straight back into it. With that little bit of adjustment, does anything tactically change going into this fight? You've got a bit more time to look over it. I know you already would have had loads of time to look into this fight, but has anything changed in those couple of weeks?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. For me, it's like it's to me feel like you never have enough time, you know, to get to where you want to get to in the fight. It's always something, right? So when it was the fight last time, it was like it's always something that needs to be fixed. Oh, I saw this in sparring, but we gonna leave it alone because we only got a week to the fight. You know what I'm saying? You know, me just listening to my coach, like, okay, next camp we gonna work on this, we gonna work on that. And to see that, you know, we were gonna go into the fight with the mistakes that I felt that I had, and now we have 5 more weeks to work on it. It's like, okay, I was able to fix those mistakes, add these habits, you know, work more of this of the game plan. It's just certain different things I was able to do. So we, like I said, we just kept building. So definitely it's a different tactic for this fight now than it was September 10th, because it's just more time, and I feel like we're both probably different fighters from then.
Savannah has made multiple remarks in the build-up. I mean, you've both gone back at each other, but something that went viral last time on the open workout day was, you know, she branded you an idiot, and she said that, you know, you shouldn't be making this about race. Could I just get your response to her saying those sort of things?
What do you mean about race? What is she even talking about?
That's what she said to us on Boxing Social in the workout on the first week.
I don't really care about what she's talking about. Look, the fact is this: I'm Black and I embrace my Blackness. She's white and she can embrace her whiteness. Who gives a fuck? Honestly, it is what it is. I think it was some fans saying that I was hating on Savannah Marshall something, and I replied back and I had said, you know, one, why would I hate on somebody who I got more accomplishments than? And I said, she wants to be me. And what am I? Just the fact that I said, oh, she wants to be Black, she wants to have 2 Olympic gold medals, she wants to have undisputed championships. It's like, so it's okay for me to list that she wants all my accomplishments, but it's not okay to say that she wants to be Black. I only said that because she only talks about my nose, talks about my hair, and talks about my butt, which are African American features that people talk about. So when I feel like when you talk about them, you want them. So Savannah Marshall wants a big butt. Savannah Marshall wants a big nose. Savannah Marshall wants to be Black. So that's what I said. But it's definitely not about race. And it doesn't matter. Rather, I'm fighting against white, Mexican, Black, whoever. I'm still going to have the same attitude, but it's the thing of me saying that she wants to be me, and then me saying the Black part. Everybody got all in a, oh my God, she said Black. Shut up. Canelo embraced the fact that he's Mexican. Okay, he embraced the fact that he was only cheering for Andy Ruiz against Anthony Joshua because Andy Ruiz was Mexican. So what is the problem? I'm cheering for everything Black, so I'm cheering for me. Done. And if anybody got a problem with that, they can, she's an idiot for embracing her Blackness. Okay. It doesn't even make sense. So it's not even about race. People trying to make it like, oh, you don't like white people. Whoever said that? I got so many people I got white family members. Like, what are we even talking about? Some people get to just talking. Learn the facts. I have been all around the world. I have so many friends and family who are all different shades and everything. So ain't nobody racist, and don't nobody hate white people or Mexicans or Hispanics or whatever. I love all people. I love those that love me. So if Savannah Marshall don't love me, who cares? Who cares? But I don't have to defend myself and say, oh, I'm not racist. It's already proof there. And if you can go and meet any white person or Mexican who I've met face to face, I've never mistreated anybody as far as in that category. So people don't know the definition of being racist. But at the end of the day, that doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
It really doesn't. Because I can be white and still fight the same. It doesn't matter. So her saying that I made it about race, no, she just got on her feelings because I said she want a big butt and she want a big nose like mine, and she got on her feelings about it. That's it.
I think well articulated, Clarissa. We're pushed for time, so I'm just going to sort of put two into one here. At the press conference, yourself and Ben Shalom, sort of came out a little bit vocally at the presser, and he was like, you know, you've gone the distance. Why have you not stopped these guys that Savannah's stopped? You then came out and tweeted, Ben's not giving me a hug, a handshake, anything. Do you expect perhaps more of the same, or have conversations gone on where it's going to be sort of, I suppose, a bit more friendly and amicable between yourself and Ben? And finally, squeezing the two in one, just a message to all your fans ahead of Saturday night, because I know we're pushed for time.
Ben, actually, I think I make him quite nervous. Actually, I don't know why, because he is the promoter for this fight alongside my promoter, the promoter. So they're working as like a team almost. So he spoke to me after that, and everything, but it just was like shocking that he wanted to be vocal then, but hadn't even said, "Hey, Clarissa, how you doing? So glad you came across the pond to make this fight happen," because I didn't have to be honest. But I think things would be a lot more nicer. And even with Peter Fury, something I want to say to that just to add, at the presser, he said that me and Savannah Marshall were the best two at 160, and the rest of the girls were just a load of shit. And I just want to say to him, Peter Fury, you had one professional fight when you were in the professionals, and you lost. So you were the load of shit out of all those other fighters at that time in 1988, March 17th. Let's just keep that there, because women's boxing, none of the girls are loads of shit. There's just levels. And I'm at the top level. Savannah Marshall was here. So let's just get that out the way. And then lastly, to all my fans across the world who are tuning into the fight, thank you guys so much, from America to London to the UK to Nigeria to all around the world. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. I know it's been a long, long journey. To everybody that flew out for the fight September 10th, because there was so many people from America that came, I'm sorry about the postponement. And if you can come out again, you should. And if you can't, make sure you watch me on ESPN Plus in the United States and Sky Sports, and also watch me on Fight TV.
Clarissa, the energy was fantastic. I can't wait to put the interview out. Thank you very much for speaking to us at Boxing Social, and all the best throughout the week. And we look forward to watching you on Fight Night. Thank you.
Of course.